And now the game is over. Unfortunately, it was a field goal fest for us, and it was a bit of a struggle. It was a bit of a struggle. So if you guys don't know, so we James and Andrew were at the game, and so they actually won't be joining us tonight. So it'll be me and a couple of my friends from Thunder Rally hanging out, and we're just gonna be chatting around it. So joining me tonight is Mervin Cole with Rivers Lake Yacht Club. He's a long-standing comedian. He does some fun articles for Rivers Lake, and he does a whole bunch of other stuff. And hey, man, so how you feeling?
I mean, I'm good. I mean, given the circumstances with this loss, I do believe we should have went for it on fourth down. I'm going to jump right into this thing.
Let's get in there.
I think we should have went balls out. I know we hit that field goal.
Mm-hmm.
But they had 3 timeouts, and they had 3 timeouts. And they were moving the ball, and they weren't doing a great job with Connor. For some reason, I'm not going to curse, but for some reason, they got this team playing good and physical, and they normally don't. Gannon is a Staley-esque kind of defensive coordinator, like in that Fangio scheme, kind of, whatever, grandfathered in kind of thing. And they run a lot of too high, and this one they ran a lot of single high. They ran a lot of heavy boxes, and I think we only had like 50 yards rushing. I mean, yeah, Herbert had 350 yards passing, great, but like who is he throwing to? Like we were saying when we were pregame chat or whatever, we were chatting right before we went live, but like Reagor, like a practice squad call up, he was picked before Justin Jefferson, and that was super controversial. Obviously, Justin Jefferson's like one of the best receivers in the NFL. Reagor's like on his 3rd, 4th team or something. Obviously has some issues.
I think it's 6 teams. No, that was Eli Apple has like 6 teams. Yeah, so crazy, right?
Yeah, no, I think he's on his 3rd. I think he was Philadelphia. I think New England signed last year, and then now he's on the Chargers. It may have been even one more team. I don't know. He's got some wheels, obviously, but like he makes some kind of bonehead plays every once in a while. That was apparent from tonight, but like, we were just shorthanded. We had to call him up. I mean, there's the Ortiz is probably going to have to go and get somebody, Mike Williams, David Njoku, anybody. He's going to have to get somebody,
right?
Because it's pretty clear that, look, Herbert can throw the ball. I mean, with a bunch of nobodies, Fehoko, no offense, you're not Puka Nacua. I know you're from, Guam or whatever, but like you're not Puka Nacua. You're good, but you're not Puka Nacua. And we're throwing these guys. Palmer, he's what, a 2? No, he's not even 2. He's a 3 on most teams.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows this. And then who's our number 1? I don't know. McConkey. Yeah, okay, McConkey's good, but he's still a rookie. He's still catching his groove.
Right.
It's kind of unfair to just like, hey, rookie, just like become that number 1 right away. I mean, I know Keenan Allen. We're kind of spoiled with Keenan Allen because he was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2013.
Right. Yeah.
Back when we were playing in San Diego, he made that impact right away when Malcolm Floyd went away. I mean, got injured. But it's like, it's just a big ask for these guys.
Yeah.
And so I think it'd be wise to grab another guy, and sadly, 100%. I don't think we can get another guard. Like, we need a guard or a center too, but that's something that I don't think anybody wants to part with. Mm-hmm. I think they'll part with a weapon that they're not using, like Mike Williams, number 4 on the Jets. Njoku, who gives a crap with the Browns. They just lost their quarterback, so I mean, what are your thoughts? I'm not panicking because I'm obviously going to go to the game against the Saints. I'm going to be excited. I'm one of those diehard crazy people. So I don't give a fuck. But like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I've just been extremely frustrated that number one, the last couple of games we could not score in the second half. we get touchdowns in the second half, But
Yeah.
this whole game, we haven't scored a touchdown. I think now it's been they had the stat at the end of the game. There was 14 consecutive drives without a touchdown. So now it's 15 because we couldn't score at the end that end of that drive there, So it's just insanely frustrating. Like, why has this team been struggling so much? Like, I think you're right though. It's like the problem is that we just don't have the receivers. Like me and the brothers have been kind of talking about it a lot. It's like, okay, is it the fact that we don't have is our line just giving up too much pressure to Justin Herbert, or is it just the receivers aren't getting open? And when tonight's game, we had a wide receiver number 1 was Will Disley, 13 targets or something like that, So it's like, that's a problem. Like that's
good for him.
Yeah, good for him having a career night.
A career night.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you don't want to rely on a backup tight end whose primary role is to be your number 1 receiver. I don't know if he ended up with. I didn't see the box score there, like how many yards he actually ended, but I'm pretty sure it's probably number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of sad.
Let me pull it up here.
It's not like the guy has like breakaway speed. We need a guy who makes some things happen. As you saw, Kyler Murray got out of he broke contain, got to the corner, ran for a 44-yard touchdown. Like we need playmakers, and we couldn't get the running game going. So like you got to rely on a guy in the passing game that makes it happen.
Right.
And that's something that's lacking. It's clear as day.
Right.
It's sad that we had to make so many changes this year, but we had a cap situation.
Mm-hmm.
But now, we have like $8 million. A lot of these guys have been paid a lot of money already. They're not going to cost as much. Yeah, you don't want to give up, draft capital because Ortiz wants to put a stamp on this team. But this team's pretty good. It's not horrible. Yeah. It's not a bad football team. If it was a bad football team, I wouldn't go to the fucking game. Like, I'm going to the game. It's a good football team. We just need to get another guy in there. Just another guy.
Yeah.
Just a guy who can, we don't protect as well as we should. However, on when we do protect and he's got some time, he can unleash a ball to a guy downfield, and we just need another guy who can make a play, make a guy miss, take it to the house.
Yeah, exactly. That's the hope will be that when DJ Chark shows up, actually that could change the game for the wide receiving core. Because he was a fast guy and he is that the veteran status for us and stuff like that. But man, I'm just flabbergasted though that of all teams we could not score a single touchdown, and that was the Cardinals. Like, I didn't think the Cardinals are definitely not a pushover by any means, but of all they basically they saw what we've been doing, running the ball, running it down their mouth, and they just said, okay, we don't believe in your wide receivers, so we're going to stop the run, and then you're going to have to make your receivers win this game. And obviously, they made a bet on that, and that certainly worked. We got Justin Herbert, but the receivers just made it worse.
Well, so yardage was, I think he ended up with 350 yards. So yardage, they did pick up yards, but we just kicked a bunch of field goals. We got to punch it in. We got to be able to get it going. They didn't respect it to the point where we were going to actually capitalize on, red zone opportunities.
Right.
I don't know the actual stats, how many trips we did make it to the red zone. I know a lot of them were outside of it because we did kick a lot of, fucking not Badgley. What's his name? Dicker tied the record that Badgley had for the, the field goal record tonight.
Yeah. For 59 yards. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So we were definitely kind of, in and out there. But, I think that, sorry to curse, but I think that we do need we need another guy. We got to get another guy. And I know Quentin Johnston's on the shelf, and I know he's been playing a lot better, but I can't say, with confidence that like if he's in the lineup tonight, that he would make, that much of a difference. I would say even like, Darius Davis, I can't say that like he would have made that much of a difference. I think we need another guy in there. And a lot of guys in my group chat, they're like, "Hey, Fehoko, that's our Nakua," I don't know. I mean,
he was for a little bit, but then I mean, for like just a few moments, he was trying to be our Puka, yeah.
I mean, I wish he would be our Puka, without the injuries, but
right.
It's and he makes plays. The guy makes plays. He's 6'4" and he can run. And it's hard for me to say, like cut this guy and replace him with someone.
Right.
I mean, did they even play Brendan Rice? Did the guy even play today? I know he's active.
Brendan Rice. I mean, special teams. He was. Let's see.
I mean, just running routes out there, running routes.
Running routes? I don't think so. No, I don't think they don't got him running routes at all in any different packages out there. It's Palmer, McConkey, Fehoko, Jalen Reagor. That's it.
I don't think this is like reason to panic, but like it sucks that you're underachieving with a good defense. Like we lost to a Cardinals team that scored. What was the final score?
Of today, 15-17. Hey, you know what?
Okay,
we got another our other friend joining us right now. Senior Snappy out of Rivers Lake Yacht Club joining us right now.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is that we have not allowed 20 points in a season. Like that was the Steelers. They scored 20 points. 17 was the Cardinals. 17 was the Chiefs. Like, come on. Like, we got to generate a little more offense.
Yes.
100%. Like, these are not like juggernaut offenses we're going against.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know our defense plays well, especially at times, but they get tired. It's a zone defense. There's holes in the defense. It's tough. Senor Snappy, I can't even see you. I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone. So your face is so small.
I've been going to the gym.
There you go.
Oh, you lost weight. Okay.
But then I just drank a beer and I've ballooned back up to my normal weight.
I had 7 beers and a pizza. So I am completely screwed. Yeah. My entire week is just demolished.
I feel you. Yeah, let's start fast and finish strong.
I mean, I didn't eat the whole pizza, but I had like
the Chargers just keep forgetting about this part. They actually it's just hang on, I can't even. It's just fast. It's just fast, and I guess like this is like fast game. Don't do anything. Just freaking score field goals all day. Honestly, guys, like we're in deep doo-doo though. I think you guys. Everyone says we shouldn't panic, but I am low-key panicking right now, and it's all because of this. This is our entire offense right now. Like,
at least it worked.
Hey, at least we got one. See, but that's the thing. That's the way the Chargers are, though. Like, I mean, all these different times we've had lights out offense, or then we have a crap defense or whatever like that, and then we have.
Well, to be fair, this is the first like game that we just kicked a bunch of field goals. Though, normally we score a fucking touchdown. I'm sorry to curse.
It's fine. It's totally like this is a no holds barred podcast here.
Okay. I think are we on YouTube?
We're on YouTube. Bad. We're on YouTube. I don't. It's all good, man.
It's just I've had a lot of beers, and I'm kind of upset actually too.
No,
now that I think about it, I'm kind of mad.
Mervin, we're on FCC Tube as well. They're gonna come knock on your door here in a second.
Listen, I'm pissed.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm just like we have such a great defense, but then our offense is struggling. But we have a great, obviously, special teams. And so we don't like nothing is really like all the way clicking. Like, and that's kind of been the Chargers curse for so many years, is that like we have everything 2 out of 3 phases of the game are always like really just clicking, just going good. But then here it is, like it's just our special teams right now that's holding us up right now.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the defense could have done a better job with Connor, and obviously the big Kyler touchdown. There were some like holes in the zone. It's still like a defense that gives up 17 points. Like we have to kind of cut them some slack. We've had some historically shitty defenses.
Right.
Sorry to curse again, but like Brandon Staley's defense would have given the Cards like 30. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we played them in 2022 and we came back and at the very end there, and I think we only gave up like 17 or whatever. But still, I mean, it's just I just feel like they would have given up more with Staley's defense. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a train wreck. We have a great defense. The problem is we just have to put up like we have to muster 3 touchdowns, and it's like
right.
It's a big ask,
Mm-hmm.
But if you really think about it, what is that? It's 21 points. That's not that much like to ask for.
Right.
Like just turn in a couple of field goal drives into some scores. Yeah. And you got to do it with some good players. And that's why I'm advocating. I'm pounding the table for David Njoku. I'm pounding the table for Mike Williams. And I know a lot of fans out there on Twitter like, oh, he's slow, he's big, he's coming off an ACL, he's fat or whatever. I don't know. There's just all these like criticisms of this guy. But you know what? He's great. He's great with us for the chemistry, the red zone efficiency. I don't know what his efficiency is. I don't have the stats on me. I'm pretty drunk. I don't have stats on me. Come on. But the stat I know is that he's a good player.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hard part. That's the hardest part for me to stomach right now. Is that we got such an amazing quarterback in Justin Herbert, and we're not scoring touchdowns. Like, I mean, you're saying we just need to get 3 touchdowns. I think we just need to get 2 and we can, with all of Justin, with Cameron Dicker's field kicking ability, we're good. Like, I mean, we can get 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals, and then we win the game basically. Because we're keeping every single team under 20 points, and that would be enough. That's just it's. I want more, of course, but all we really need to do is just get 20 points, and that's 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. That's a simple formula right there. But when we can't score, someone said it in here like that. We had in 6 consecutive quarters, we have not scored a touchdown. 6.
What?
So I want to.
I didn't realize why this was going on. That's a terrible drought.
Yeah.
6. Yep. That's a terrible drought.
Yeah. Horrible.
Well, it's a terrible drought of me talking. I joined. I haven't gotten a word in. So
sorry.
Oh well, hold on. Let me just go ahead and say, go fuck yourself.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, by the way, everyone, this
I'm booked for another 15 minutes, and then I'll go.
This is the Rivers Lake Godfather, by thever. If anybody doesn't know, who this guy is, it's the Rivers Lake Godfather.
Yeah. So joining us was is Senior Snappy from Rivers Lake Yacht Club, and he's the El Presidente of the Rivers Lake, and and like in big part of the new Electric Avenue. The second phase of the grand, big Chargers tailgate actually out there. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Now you have the floor for a while.
Yeah. Well, what I think we need to talk about a little bit is Fehoko, or Fahoku as they call him.
For who?
Yeah. So here's the thing. He's coming along, but he makes a couple of good catches. And then Justin will go to him again, and he's also good for a couple of critical misses, like every single game.
Yeah.
At least one really good one and 2 bad ones. It seems like it was once today, but you have to temper your expectations for that guy. Like
Right.
he may end up being a reliable go-to guy, but we are really, really struggling with that. So I don't think that, honestly, the pass catching wasn't the problem with the game today, even though it was, but it was the inability to run. That was the most disappointing thing for me, was the fact that we couldn't get push. And just like every year, freaking Pipkins is going to get Justin killed. He got his hand hurt today. Did you see that?
Oh,
yeah,
he did?
I did.
Gosh.
I did. I'm not a fan. You know what? I think a lot of these guys are going to be free agents next year. I think we just have to hope for the best, and next year they just get replaced.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if I was on a construction crew, what I would put Pipkins on, like what job I'd have him do, that I would know, wouldn't allow someone to die immediately. So I wouldn't want him to maintain the equipment. I think I would stick him out on the end of like on a roofing crew. I would definitely put him. I would put him in cleanup. Yeah, I think I'd put him on cleanup.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What do you think, Mervin?
Like bathroom cleanup?
No,
just like the outhouse guy.
Yeah. He's
the old roof that they tear off. You never been on a roofing crew, Mervin?
No, but I feel like they'd be the dude who cleans the outhouse.
Yeah, Anthony Lynn would have won this one, except that we would have lost it because of clock management. At least this coaching staff doesn't have major clock management problems.
Well, there are some
wrangled today.
There are some big issues with the clock though too. I mean, because there's a couple times that we had to actually burn some timeouts too early in the halves and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh gosh, so we're just losing. Those critical timeouts way too soon.
Yeah,
it made
Herbert got fucking heated.
Yeah.
It's just that. Look, it's just that we got to get another playmaker, and it's really apparent now. And the trade deadline I think is coming up really soon. I think it's coming up. Honestly, I think it's coming up. My drunk ass thinks it's coming up right before the Saints game.
Yeah.
Is it right before the Saints game?
Oh God.
Well, next week is the Saints game, actually. So yeah.
Is it it's in 7 days the trade deadline?
No. So it's the November 5th. I think it's a trade deadline. So
the election day.
The election day. Yeah.
Right.
So,
to fuck everyone up. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Yeah, people have stuff to do.
Yep.
All right. Well,
should Herbert give back some of his money to afford some better players?
Yeah. Right. I mean, I wish quarterbacks would do that, the Tom Brady style. You're just dude, Tom Brady never made more than $25 million a year. So that way they can actually get players on the team and stuff like that, So it's oh my gosh.
I mean, I think Herbert's the type that he would do that, but I think there has to be a reason. I don't think that I don't think our salary cap is the reason that we're
right
struggling with wide receivers. It's just they all are getting hurt.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
What did you think about? So there was one thing I noticed today, and I noticed when it happened. I was like, "Oh man,
hey, we got a super chat there,
or a touchdown." Was there? Whenever there's a big play on our defense, it's always right at the time of a late substitution, and that touchdown that he ran in was that was what happened. There was a late substitution. They had their bigger, run stopping package in, and they swapped somebody in, and he didn't get in position. And I don't know if he was the one that missed the play, but every time you see that late defensive substitution, we're hosed every time. Yeah.
I mean, that could have been the contribution to this unnecessary roughness at the end of the game. Honestly, when I initially saw it,
ticky tack, by the way.
Yeah, it was a bit
ticky tack.
I was a bit ticky tacky, but I mean, when you did see the slow mo, obviously he did kind of go put his head down, and he did kind of clip a little bit of the helmet, so like, I don't know. The refs are just like, they want to protect it as much as possible, so like, I mean, any little helmet to helmet contact like that, like they're always going to.
I know, but the fact that you're saying any little helmet to helmet, it's got to kind of be.
There's got to
kind of be like this blatant thing,
right.
where like the head snaps back, like it's you know what I mean, like it's got to be like a thing, it's like this was like such a glazing of like the bottom of the face mask,
right?
Like, really, like you're gonna call that like in that situation,
right?
It just seems weird. That's a 15-yard penalty. By the way, like that's
and automatic first down. That's a huge thing.
All they need is a field goal. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yikes.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, and I don't know. I mean, I love our defense. Don't get me wrong. We are severely shorthanded. Both of our starting cornerbacks, by the way, were out today.
Mm-hmm.
And Jasir Taylor and his fibula was out there. We had Tahir Tart, fumbling interceptions.
Tahir Tart was like our best cornerback. Pregame.
He was our best cornerback. He fucking picked that ball off.
That was nice. That was great, but we didn't get a break on that because he actually ended up fumbling it, like, I mean, it's like, dude, a great interception, but then it meant nothing though, because he lost it like shortly after. You know?
I think though, I think we like prevented them from scoring that drive, right? Like, at least.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's that. Yeah.
We pushed them back. They punted, I think. But still, like, you want to recover the damn thing and give your offense a short field. You know what I mean? Like, for fuck's sake,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I hope it doesn't discourage people from going to these Arizona games in the future, because it's a really good opportunity. Like, we had a really big crowd.
No. You know what? That has to be. I'm in LA. That has to be the cheapest flight, the cheapest hotel. That has to be, like, out of all, even Vegas. By the way, even San Francisco, like all these places that are closed, that you can ride Southwest for like $80 or whatever the hell it is, round trip or whatever the hell. I mean, there's all these like deals, like Expedia or whatever.
Justin was like, "Want to get away?" Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you're right though. Like, I mean, going to this Arizona games is fantastic. It's not a very long drive, even if you wanted to just drive it. It's like it's 6 hours. It's not that bad. Like, it's literally just a straight shot on the 15. Like, it's not that bad.
It depends. Like, do you want to stop at Zion? Do you want to stop at Grand Canyon? Like, you could make
a road trip out of it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But so what do you guys think about this question? How disappointed is Harbaugh, and will we make major trades this offseason?
Yes.
I think some people got to get fired.
No, I think let me grab the floor real quick. I think we have to. I'm like convinced we have to, like, I have to grab the floor by the balls like this. I'm passionate about the subject.
Yeah.
Like, we have to get another dude. It doesn't matter if it's a tight end or a wide receiver. I don't think it's a running back. Because they have Gus Edwards. They have he's on IR. They got Vidal, who they kind of like, but and Dobbins has had some good games. I don't think it's a running back. I think it's a tight end or a wide receiver. It's one of those guys, and I think we're going to deal at least a third and up. No first, no second, because I know for a fact that Harbaugh and Ortiz, they want a top of the line center or a top of the line guard in the first 2 rounds, and they're not parting with any of those picks.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, we got to trade Bosa. End the story. Like, it's time. It's been time.
Who takes Bosa?
Who's gonna take him? I don't know. Like, I mean, that's just it though. Like, I mean, he's so like cooked at this point. Like, I mean, honestly, so many injuries.
If we keep him next year, we have to save him for just like one quarter. Like the one quarter we really need him, we just put him out there like in the playoffs only. We just sit him the whole year, and we just put him out there for the one quarter.
There you go. Yeah. That's a great idea. Everyone, a lot of people in the chat are saying tank the year, just tank it. Like
I'm really slow on the chat. I got one that says the season is over, but I'm like 9:03, so it's 9:24. I'm really behind. The season's definitely not over.
No, it's definitely not.
18. Yeah. There's no way
this season's your over. Audience is a bunch of trolls.
At 3-3, the season is definitely not over. Come on.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's definitely not over.
Yet.
Not yet. Damn. No. Like, I mean, it's 3-3. Like, but this is.
I may be drunk, but like, I'm not that crazy to say at 3-3.
Yeah.
The season is over.
I think a lot of people are gonna say that though, because like this was a very winnable game. And because it was the Cardinals.
Okay, that's true.
And a lot of people are like, just like, dude, we shouldn't have lost this game. And this is like how the Chargers always are. Like we always lose these very winnable games.
Oh, wait. Like, hold on. Yeah. Dietz is now saying fire Harbaugh at 9:04 p.m. All right, so we're not going to listen to Dietz 18 anymore because now we're trying to fire the coach. Well, that's a little premature. Yeah. Okay, so okay, go ahead.
No, hey, you're right though. A lot of people are panicking. Like, and honestly, I talk about this a lot, but like all the people that are panicking like this, so it's all because of Chargering trauma. Like it's just straight up. Like, there's so much trauma in the fan base, and like, any little thing that goes wrong, everybody loses their freaking minds and stuff like that. So, and I get it, man. I totally get it. Like, and so I gotta try and like maybe do a video in some time in the near future where I'm just like, I kind of tell people, it's like, look, man, you just got to be a little bit if you want to be a Charger fan, you got to be a little bit more stoic about the sport and about the team. You're just like, okay, we lost. What's next? We're playing against the Saints. They're on a slump right now, so maybe we'll be able to bounce back. I don't know.
Hopefully this is the only.
Okay, so I'm at 9:04. At this point, I'm at 9:04. I'm 20 some minutes behind on the comments. But a lot of people are saying get Mike Williams, and I'm going to say yes. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that we want Mike Williams back as well. But like, I kind of feel like, honestly, like, why aren't we giving Brendan Rice a chance though? He was out there. Apparently, he was running routes a little bit. Someone corrected me on there, and he was out there doing a little bit, but they weren't throwing him the ball. And that's kind of what I'm like. I don't really know, man. Hey, James and Andrew are in the chat. They're probably walking home from the stadium, and I'm pretty sure Andrew probably wants to punch out some Cardinals fan right now. So just just kind of hopefully he keeps it chill. But because we want him to get home and not get banned from the Arizona games or something like that. But if he does, always strike first and strike hard, right?
Yeah.
No mercy.
No mercy.
We don't want him to be like that Baltimore fan who just like approaches random fans.
Oh, right. No, we don't want that. Yeah,
Yeah. So Dietz is still saying fire Harbaugh at 9:06. Yeah. I'm not sure about that one, but here we go. So fire the OC. Well, here's the thing about the OC. I don't know about firing the OC yet because, I mean, look, like I'm pretty sure Herbert with a bunch of nobodies just threw for 350 yards. I don't know the exact stat line. I'm a little drunk. And I know that like they had like 50 yards rushing and they're known for rushing. But I know for a fact that he threw for at least 347 because that's before I mentally checked out of the game. He had 347.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. And I started like browsing Twitter or something.
Justin Herbert, like he did amazing. Yeah, so we got 349, 27 of 39 attempts. And then Kyler Murray was 14 of 26, 145, one pick, one touchy. And that was a rushing touchdown too. Or did he throw a touchdown? Yes, he did throw a touchdown. That's right. Yeah. So, goodness. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, so I haven't heard you guys talk about the fact that why this is a trap game. Like, this is definitely a trap game for the following reason.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Well,
Trap.
the Cardinals
It's a
did
trap.
have a couple of wins going in, so they do have they had some skill, they had some weapons, they had some things that they could do. They were called the worst defense in the league, and this was they were up for it. You know, it was a bigger stage for them, and they were reminded how bad they were, and apparently their coaches got the ability to motivate them because they played extremely motivated today. And you know, we still had many chances to win this game, so it's kind of like this could have gone even worse. But yeah, it did feel. As soon as I saw how hard that defense was playing, I was like, "Oh man, this could be rough." And we still, we still barely lost it. So it's not where we want to be, but I think there's going to be a couple of years of this as things kind of shake out with the roster.
Couple of years.
No. Yeah.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, I think so.
I go to the football games. I spend them. You know how much the beer is? It's $19. I want a return on my investment.
You know,
like, let's fucking go. Like,
we
are not that far. Honestly, we're not that far. The defense is good. We've established that. Like, in the beginning of this fucking show, we said, what did we do? We held the Cardinals to 17. We held the Chiefs to 17. We held every single team we played this year has scored less than 20 points.
Right.
So the defense is good. It's not a piece of shit. It's not surrendering 63 to a fucking piece of shit Raider team. Right. So
I don't think that's happening.
So what do we need to do? We need to fucking score more touchdowns. And not. I mean, I love taking points. I love taking field goals. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Right.
But because we have a good defense, we have okay special teams. It's not amazing. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, special teams amazing. It's okay. It's good enough. It's good enough to win. You know, we're not like taking punt returns to the house every other week. Like, look, it's good enough to win. The offense, though, it's got to pick it up. It's got to. We need touchdowns. We need to score.
Yep.
3 touchdowns a game. That's 21 points.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that LOD is right, and it won't take 2 years to get this right. I just think that this is going to be.
Is that a lot to ask for, though? Like, is that? Am I making?
No.
Is it like, oh, like, you're asking for 3 touchdowns? What are you, like, crazy, bro? No.
No.
Like,
I mean, being crazy would be asking
that's
for
not that
30
much.
touchdowns.
Like,
no,
I mean,
it's not.
come on, like. That's just 3 scores. Like, when you're down there, like, instead of field goals, that's like okay, you settle for a couple of field goals a game, big deal. But then you score 3 touchdowns. Okay, so what does that make the score? That's 27 points.
Right.
It's
not bad. That would make us undefeated right now. You know, if we were scoring 21 points a game, we would be undefeated right now. Ridiculous.
Exactly.
The sad thing is Herbert's getting good enough protection. Like, compared to the last few years, he's getting pretty good protection. Like, he's got 3-4 seconds every drop back. And before, I mean, he was getting blown up on like 2.5 seconds. So he's got just barely enough time. Yeah, a little more time would be better. I think we got some problems with the line still, but yeah, it might actually be just working through it with these receivers. They might to figure out the game plan still. Like, I don't know. The reason I say it's going to take a couple of years is because there's a couple of key gaps in the roster that I think it's going to take. I just have seen this before so many times with other teams, even with good coaching staffs coming in. It does take a little while. Like,
it does. Right.
And that's just kind of how this feels like it's going.
I just don't feel like it's like that far away. Like,
You
a lot
know,
of people,
it
think
really
that
isn't though. Like
Yeah.
I'm with Mervin
know
on
what I
this.
mean?
Like, we're not that far away at all, though. You know, like I think we really
Yeah.
we are very close to getting this thing, you know, and really locking in and just having everything put together. You know, but because obviously this was a very close game. Sure, we got 5 freaking field goals this entire game, and if we just had one of those as a touchdown, we would have won. That would have been, I mean, sure, maybe you could have said a little bit more, just because I would have changed the game plan of the Cardinals or whatever like that, you know. So maybe you can't say that, but we could, because that difference of 4 points is that's the game right there, you know. And this offense is, it's so weird to me though as well how, like, you know, the last 3 years our defense was horrible, but our offense was good. But now our offense is terrible, but our defense is great. Oh, look at the little puppers. I think the puppy's sick of your drunk ass right now too, Mervin.
You know, that dog is more upset than I am, and
Yeah.
I'm the big fan.
Yeah.
You know, but what
Yeah.
you know, when all this booze wears off, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up in the morning and see the score.
I'm gonna like tweet some mean stuff. But listen, like, we got to make a move. We got to make a move, and we got to make a move ASAP. And you know, Quentin Johnston's coming back. That's the thing.
Right.
You know, I don't think we should discount that much. I mean, I know a lot of fans are like,
What kind of position are we in where we're like, oh, at least Quentin Johnston's going to come back?
Oh, God.
We might have a chance. Our season is saved.
Our season's going to be saved by Quentin Johnston. Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right. Well, you know.
Yeah.
You know, how
that's
about
what my
Hayden
stomach feels
Hurst?
like right now.
Like, we didn't bring up Hayden Hurst's absence, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like I brought up Quentin Johnston, but like Hayden Hurst, like when he comes back, watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hayden Hurst, he's going to get one catch and then be injured for the rest of the year.
Oh, please don't.
That guy has the worst fucking luck. I swear to God, that guy like one snap and he's out.
I mean,
like
I'm surprised he was still able to play in the first game of the season, and after that hit from the preseason. You know, where he had that, what we call that, a hospital ball. He went up for it and he got literally just speared, like, you know, like that.
Oh my God! I was like, saw that. Yeah,
I thought he was gonna get chopped in half at that point. I was like, oh, he's dead.
What did you guys think of the Perriman hit on Kyler Murray?
Oh, I thought that was a great hit. You know, I mean, yeah, that was awesome. Like, it was a clean hit. You know, he went straight at him. We knocked the wind out of him for a little bit, you know, but he freaking came back for that one. I was like, oh, good.
I was a little disappointed that he didn't like really put all his weight into it, like you know how they always do to Justin that never gets called. So yeah.
They do put some licks on. I know what you're saying. Like, they do put some licks on him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, well, he's big, so he could take it. You know, no.
I didn't hear you say that again.
Fucking penalty, bitch.
Yeah, so guys, just so you know,
agree.
this is the Bolt Bros after hours. We're just going great. We're just going ham on it right now, you know. Like, so
No, I'm going to work after this. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you are.
I have, like, you know what? 5 hours later, I'll be at work.
Oh man, so I don't got 5 hours.
I just looked at my watch. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm here. No, but you know what? I've got some strong feelings about this game. I got strong feelings about this team. Obviously, I'm very invested in this team. Like, I go to the damn game. I spend $20 on a beer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is like ridiculous.
That's that's enough for a whole 6-pack, you know. Like,
it is.
$19.
Well, okay,
like that's what
inflation
it is. Like,
now, you're right.
Tax.
Yeah,
like $19.40.
Yeah,
like, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
You know, we better win for that.
You know, I will say this. So I found out that if you buy, like, you know, anything inside of the stadium with the SoFi banking app, or, like, you know, if you have a SoFi account, you get 25% cash back. So, like, you can get that $20 beer becomes what is it?
$18.
18.
Well, yeah, you know what?
Hey,
Wow.
I used to have SoFi
Let's
stock.
go.
And
no,
I sold-
25%.
and now the
so not
SoFi
just,
stock is like $11 a share. I
Yeah.
sold it like $8. You know
Yeah.
what? Like, I'm so mad about that whole situation. I don't even want to bring it up.
Hey, do you guys know about the stock darling of the week? I made some money on it myself.
Oh, it
It's
did?
called Drug. Can you believe that?
Hey,
If I'd have known that you could buy drugs,
I can buy
yeah,
drugs on
I-
the stock market. Hey,
I would have like been raking it in all this time, but it's really
Uh-oh.
just this week.
I thought I did not kick him out, but I think he was ready for him to go anyway. So
Yeah, ready for him to go.
yeah.
All right, everybody. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's a good buy now, but certainly earlier in the week it was Drug. So I
Yeah.
saw this because it was on the Nancy Pelosi stock tracker.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, hey, wait a minute, something's going on with this company Drug.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, these guys are never wrong. So I bought
Yeah.
them.
Right. Yeah.
And you know what happens the very next day is I put about $2,000 into it, right? And then the next day I'm down 600, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh, this is how it goes. You know, this is my luck.
Oh.
Just like with the Chargers, you know. But then I hold it, and then the next day it's up like it's up like
Yeah.
way a lot more, like
Yeah.
100%. I mean, it was a lot. So yeah, buy drugs, everybody. Last week, buy them last week. This week, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. So buy drugs on the stock market. You know, you'll do well. But yeah,
Yes,
look at that.
yeah.
You know, but here's the thing though too. Like, I mean, of all the things with that Mervin has said, like, yeah, we should just wrap it up right here now because I don't want to make it too long. You know, too long. We gotta people got to go to work. I got to go to bed. You know, like and all that stuff. So, and I know Mervin. You know, he's got an early morning and everything too. So, like,
did he just leave?
yeah, I think he must have pressed the wrong button on the phone or whatever. So,
Did he fall off the chair like I did?
yeah, possibly.
Okay.
That was classic. So I'll say this though, you know, like I mean, we like it ain't over yet. Obviously, there's still plenty of football left in the season. We still got how many games? 11 games left in the season, and so we can turn this thing around. I'm still believing that we're gonna have a winning season. It's gonna be over 9-8 season. You know, so it's a tough loss, and like everyone should know that the Chargers always lose these tough. You know, we have like at least one, maybe two games that are like very winnable that we just end up just losing for whatever reason. And so, I don't think that I don't think it's enough to start a fire sale on everything right now. You know, there's Danik says he was sick of us. But yeah, so like obviously like we need help in the wide receiver room. We need help in the offensive line. And obviously Pipkins got hurt a little bit, so like we're all gonna it's gonna be tough. Obviously, we're not gonna win the division at this point, I feel like, unless the Chiefs just start losing, unless Patrick Mahomes gets magic virus or whatever that and just like kind of gets put out for the season,
I think that's the only way. No one's gonna hit him like everybody's.
You can't.
Hit him. Yeah,
because anytime that you do like breathe on him, the refs just freaking throw in all kinds of penalty flags on him. So, but yeah,
what do you think the new fancy designer virus is going to be this year?
Fantasy.
Maybe we can kind of like.
Well, I've already seen a little bit. Apparently, there is an avian flu going on right now, and so like there's like there's like no eggs left at the grocery store over here right now. So like there's some crazy stuff that going on. With all that.
What could realistically Patrick Mahomes get though? Maybe if there was a hybrid of monkeypox, avian flu, and something that only affects frogs.
Right.
Yeah. So it would be flying monkey frog pox.
Yeah, flying monkey frog pox. I like that. That'd be amazing. That's a good one. They're like, yeah, let's make that one happen for sure. Man.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, like, see what you can do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I like this though too. Like, I mean, like let's stay positive on this though too. It's like it's not the time to worry. We're 500 right now, and just outside the 7 seed right now. Like, I mean, look, there's 7 teams that now make it in the playoffs. It makes it like very possible for us still to make the team or make the playoffs and stuff like that, Yeah. And so we're it's okay. Like let's not freaking throw everything away already. And like I know there's a couple people in the chat that were saying that they like they want to stop watching the Chargers now. Like then they want to. They were living in San Diego and they want to walk away from being a Chargers fan like their whole life. Look, I get the trauma, I get the problems, but there's so much left to do. Like I mean, people. These things happen, it's any given Sunday or Monday or Thursday or sometimes Saturday, or I think there's Friday games now too. It's like, look, the league is tough, and so like
you can have bad luck any day, is what you're saying.
You can have bad luck any day, and like the Cardinals, they were playing with ferocity, like they were like it was not like they were not some schlepping around kind of team anymore, like they just. They were playing with a purpose, and that's kind of like what I wanted to see out of the Harbaughs, like your Harbaugh team, So I don't know. I've been kind of ranting for a little bit now. Like, what are your thoughts there, Corbin?
I mean, last thing I got is we got to be able to run the ball against teams that don't want us to run it, and we knew that we were going to run into a situation where we weren't going to be able to run. And could Justin, save us? And he almost did. I mean, he looked pretty good. It wasn't. It's hard to know without going back to the all-22 if Justin could have made some better decisions, but he did. I thought he did pretty good. The offensive line wasn't terrible, but it certainly was defeated. Like whatever they I've seen a lot worse offensive lines that the Chargers have fielded before than today, but they did not have the emotion that they needed to win this game today.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that they need to work that out of the roster. That's something that you can ultimately need to deal with on a personnel level, because they were not up for this game mentally for whatever reason or emotionally.
Right. Yeah.
Arizona was on another level for this game. Like this was a game they were not going to allow themselves to lose, and hats off to them for that. But as far as prospects for the rest of the season, I think the biggest thing I'm concerned with is just seems like people are getting really banged up on every game.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned in prior podcasts that, I think the new strength and conditioning program, you can't expect too much out of it too fast. It's going to take some time for that to work its way through to really, really benefit the team. I don't know how much, like weight training, physical conditioning, everybody on this watching this podcast has done, but if you've done any, it takes some time, and it's not something like a couple of months is going to be a life-changing thing. It takes a while to work its way through. So let's be patient with the strength and conditioning staff. Let's be patient with, the team still looks pretty good. Even with what happened today, it looks pretty good. So I would still be bullish. I agree with you. I don't think we're going to win the division. I think the playoffs are definitely still in play. And we're playing pretty well with our backups, which is what I've really wanted to see. We're rushing to the ball on defense and just beating the hell out of people, which I like to see. And we're making a few mistakes that, that happen in football. And at the same time, I think everybody's concerned about wide receivers. It's a concern. I'm still going to hang my hat on center. If we had a top-notch center, it wouldn't matter what's going on. It would be very difficult for us to beat because our protections would be sounder, 90% of the time instead of 70% of the time.
Right.
So, that's what I got with that.
Nice. I would say this, I think your wish is going to be granted this draft. We're going for a center, like in 2025 draft. We have to, we
call me a centrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Centrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? And Miguel's just saying is, hey, you know what? We want some more of you. We want some more of the Senor Snappy. There you go, man.
Hey, I love coming on anytime you want me. Hey, can I put a plug in for the website?
Yeah, for sure, man. Throw it out there.
Yeah, so everybody that doesn't know about Rivers Lake Yacht Club, Rivers Lake Yacht Club is my website, riverslakeyachtclub.com. Our number one thing is advocating for Rivers Lake and making sure that the Rams know that their water feature is our lake, not theirs, because they're too dumb to name it themselves. But we have articles about the Chargers, about a lot of it's about Charger history, but a lot of it's just like some different perspectives and different context on kind of what's going on with the Chargers, but also with opposing fans and just being a fan of the Chargers and also with the rest of the league. Really, really good stuff, and I hope you'll check it out. riverslakeyachtclub.com. Our latest article just dropped today, and it's about kind of having a different perspective on why it's so difficult to build a home field advantage at SoFi. It's not just the Chargers. Like a lot of LA teams have this problem.
Yeah.
And this article kind of goes into the history of that, and it's been a long time. And it's not just us. So I think it'll make people feel a little bit better about what we're up against. I think things are great with the fan base right now. We are building. We're on an upswing. Things are getting better all the time. So
yeah.
Love to see you guys check it out and get yourself some merch if you like it, and keep supporting the Bolt Bros. They're our buddies, and happy to join you anytime you want us.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Well, appreciate you for joining. It's been awesome. It's a bummer that we had the end of the night with a loss for the Chargers, but hey, like I said, just keep your head up, guys. There's a lot more season to come up, a lot more good games. Like we have a good stretch ahead of us right now, so we'll keep your head up. So, all right, guys. As always, Bolt Bros. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Bolt Bros podcast.